Doctor warns, if you're old and you masturbate, I'm sorry to tell you this.
Aging is a journey full of unique challenges and opportunities for growth. Among these, one topic often overlooked or stigmatized is sexuality in later life, including the practice of masturbation. While society might avoid such discussions, sexual well-being is an integral part of overall health, even into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Today, we'll explore the truths behind this intimate topic, highlighting both the potential benefits and challenges older adults may face. As a professional who has spent years advising on aging and health, I want to offer you a nuanced and honest perspective. Masturbation, like many aspects of our lives, requires balance and mindfulness. Let's explore why this practice remains important and how to navigate it with care and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. The physical benefits, more than meets the eye. As we journey into later life, our bodies change in ways that can feel unfamiliar, even unsettling. These transformations, slower circulation, stiff joints, or diminished energy, remind us that we are no longer in the prime of youth. But what if I told you that your body, even as it ages, holds incredible potential for renewal, comfort, and vitality? One surprising avenue to nurture these qualities is through the simple yet profound act of masturbation. Think about it. Your body has carried you through decades of life, through triumphs and challenges, joy and sorrow. It deserves care, attention, and respect. Masturbation, far from being a mere indulgence, can serve as a tool to tend to the body's needs in ways that go beyond fleeting pleasure. When you engage in this act, your body responds in powerful ways. Blood begins to flow, not just to the areas directly involved, but throughout your system. This circulation invigorates your tissues, supports heart health, and brings life-giving oxygen to every corner of your being. For older adults, where circulation often slows, this is not a trivial benefit. It's essential for maintaining vitality. Beyond circulation, there is a gift of relaxation that comes with masturbation. Life, even in retirement, can be stressful. Family dynamics, health concerns, financial decisions, these burdens don't vanish with age. In these moments, self-pleasure offers a sanctuary. As you engage with your own body, endorphins are released, those marvelous chemicals that ease pain, lift your mood, and help you let go of tension. It's a kind of release that isn't just physical, it's emotional. It whispers, you are still capable of joy. And let's talk about sleep. How many nights have you stared at the ceiling, your mind swirling with thoughts or worries? Restorative sleep becomes more elusive with age, but it's no less vital. Masturbation, with its calming effects on the nervous system, can help bridge that gap, easing you into the kind of deep, restorative slumber that your body craves. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about giving your body the chance to heal, your mind the chance to process, and your spirit the chance to refresh. There's also the quiet work masturbation does for your pelvic health. For men, it helps maintain prostate health by promoting regular function and circulation. For women, it can ease vaginal dryness and support elasticity, especially when paired with lubricants or other aids. These aren't trivial matters. They are fundamental to maintaining comfort and confidence in your own body. But perhaps the most profound physical benefit is the way this act brings you back into communion with yourself. As we age, it's easy to feel like our bodies are slipping away from us, becoming something foreign or even untrustworthy. Masturbation challenges that narrative. It reminds you that your body is still yours, still capable, still worthy of care and attention. It invites you to rediscover not only what feels good, but what makes you feel alive. This isn't about clinging to youth or chasing fleeting pleasures. It's about honoring the life you've lived and the body that has carried you through it. It's about recognizing that pleasure, comfort, and well-being are not privileges reserved for the young. They are your birthright at every stage of life. So the next time you feel disconnected from your body or overwhelmed by the changes that come with age, consider this. Within you lies the power to heal, to comfort, and to celebrate the remarkable vessel that is your body. Masturbation is not just a physical act. It is an act of self-respect, self-care, and self-love. And in that, there is profound beauty. 2. Emotional and psychological benefits. A path to self-acceptance. Aging is not just a physical process. It's deeply emotional. With each passing year, we find ourselves navigating a landscape of change. Losses, gains, reflections on who we once were, and questions about who we are becoming. In this shifting terrain, one of the greatest challenges is maintaining a sense of self-worth and emotional well-being. For many older adults, masturbation can serve as a surprising and powerful act of self-acceptance, helping to nurture both the mind and spirit. Consider the stories we often tell ourselves as we age. They may sound like whispers. I'm not as attractive as I used to be. My body doesn't work the way it once did. I'm invisible now. These thoughts are not born from reality, but from a society that equates youth with value, vigor, and beauty. But the truth is, our worth has never been about the smoothness of our skin or the sharpness of our movements. It lies in our ability to connect, with others, yes, but also with ourselves. Masturbation can be an intimate declaration of that worth. When you take the time to explore your body, you are affirming that it is still deserving of care, attention, and pleasure. This act is not just about satisfying a physical need. It's about reminding yourself that you are still here, still whole, and still capable of joy. It's a quiet, powerful way to push back against the narrative that aging means fading. Beyond self-worth, masturbation offers a profound sense of emotional relief, especially in moments of loneliness. Let's face it, aging can sometimes feel isolating. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, and the bustle of daily life slows. But loneliness doesn't mean you've been forgotten or that your life is less meaningful. It's a feeling, a hard one, but a human one. In these moments, masturbation can provide a sense of connection to something deeply personal and comforting, your own ability to feel alive. Think of it as a way to quiet the noise of doubt and embrace a moment of stillness, a moment that belongs entirely to you. In this act, you reclaim a connection not only to your physical self, but also to your emotional core. It's a reminder that while the world may seem quieter, your inner life remains vibrant, rich, and worth exploring. For many older adults, masturbation can also help foster a more positive body image. Our bodies carry the marks of a life well lived, wrinkles, scars, changes in shape and function. Society may see these as flaws, but they are, in truth, a testament to endurance and experience. When you engage in self-pleasure, you are choosing to see your body not as something broken or past its prime, but as a source of beauty and vitality. You are saying, "This is mine and it is good." Moreover, the emotional benefits extend beyond the individual act. Regularly engaging in self-pleasure can cultivate a sense of peace and resilience. It can ground you, helping to reduce anxiety or emotional overwhelm. It's not just a momentary escape. It's a practice of self-compassion, a way to remind yourself that you are more than the roles you've played, the people you've loved, or the challenges you've faced. You are still you, and that is enough. This process of reconnecting with yourself is vital because as we age, we are often asked to redefine what it means to be whole. Children grow up and leave, careers wind down, and relationships shift. These changes can make us feel unmoored. But the beauty of this stage of life is that it also offers a chance to turn inward, to discover or rediscover what brings us peace, joy, and fulfillment. Masturbation can be part of that journey, a way to say, I am still learning about myself, and that is something to celebrate. Ultimately, masturbation is about more than physical pleasure. It's about reclaiming your emotional landscape. It's about holding space for yourself in a world that sometimes feels like it has moved on without you. It's about remembering that self-love, in every sense of the word, is not a luxury, but a necessity. When you choose to engage in this intimate act, you are choosing to honor your story, your body, and your heart. And in that choice, there is immense power and beauty. 3. Challenges to consider. Balancing pleasure with practicality. Life, especially in later years, is about finding balance. It's about embracing the joys that are still within reach while navigating the unique challenges that aging brings. Masturbation, while often a source of comfort and vitality, is no exception. Like any aspect of life, it must be approached thoughtfully, with an eye toward moderation and an understanding of its potential impacts, not just on the body, but on the mind and relationships. As we age, our energy reserves naturally diminish. Activities that once felt effortless may now require careful planning and recovery. Masturbation, though inherently personal and often restorative, still draws from the body's physical and emotional resources. When practiced in excess, it can lead to feelings of fatigue, both physical and mental. This isn't to say the act is harmful, it isn't. But overindulgence can leave you feeling drained, affecting your ability to engage in other vital activities that contribute to your overall well-being. Think about the importance of movement, for instance. Regular physical activity, whether it's a brisk walk, light stretching, or even gardening, is essential for maintaining mobility, balance, and cardiovascular health. If masturbation becomes a focal point that distracts from these routines, it may inadvertently diminish your quality of life. Balance means honoring your body's need for pleasure, while ensuring you also prioritize its need for strength, flexibility, and endurance. The emotional dimension of overindulgence is equally significant. Masturbation can sometimes become a retreat, a way to escape feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or even grief. These emotions are natural in aging. They're part of the human experience. But relying solely on self-pleasure to soothe these feelings can lead to unintended consequences, such as deepening isolation or avoiding the connections that truly enrich life. It's crucial to recognize when you're seeking comfort in ways that might keep you from addressing the underlying emotions. Relationships, too, can be affected by the way we approach self-pleasure. For those who are single, masturbation often provides a fulfilling outlet for intimacy. However, for those in partnerships, it's important to consider how this private act fits into the broader dynamic of your shared life. When masturbation becomes a primary focus, it may unintentionally create distance between you and your partner. Physical and emotional intimacy in relationships requires attention and nurturing. If solo experiences overshadow shared ones, it could lead to feelings of disconnection or neglect in the partnership. For some, the challenges tied to masturbation are compounded by physical discomfort or changes in the body. Hormonal shifts associated with aging, like reduced estrogen or testosterone levels, can alter sexual function, leading to issues like vaginal dryness, erectile difficulties, or decreased sensitivity. These changes are normal, but they can make self-pleasure less satisfying or even uncomfortable. Fortunately, there are ways to adapt. Using lubricants, exploring new techniques, or consulting a healthcare provider about possible interventions can make a significant difference. Then there's the matter of stigma. Society often sends the message that sexuality, especially in older adults, is something to hide or suppress. This pervasive attitude can lead to feelings of guilt or shame, even in those who recognize the benefits of self-pleasure. It's vital to push back against this narrative, to remind yourself that seeking pleasure is a natural and affirming part of life at any age. However, the weight of these societal expectations can sometimes make it difficult to navigate this aspect of self-care without internal conflict. Balance, therefore, is the key to overcoming these challenges. Masturbation, when approached mindfully, can remain a source of joy and healing without interfering with other areas of life. Moderation ensures that this intimate act complements your physical health, emotional growth, and relationships, rather than becoming a source of strain or imbalance. Ultimately, challenges aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities to reflect and adjust. Masturbation in later life is about more than just the act itself. It's about maintaining harmony between the various parts of your existence. By understanding and addressing these potential difficulties with compassion for yourself, you can embrace this natural part of life in a way that enhances your well-being, rather than detracting from it. Aging is not about avoiding challenges, but about meeting them with grace, curiosity, and a commitment to living fully. 4. Dispelling myths: the truth about aging and sexuality. As we grow older, myths about what it means to age begin to seep into our consciousness, often shaping how we view ourselves and what we believe we are capable of. Among the most damaging of these myths are those that tell us our sexuality has an expiration date, that the desires we once held dear have no place in later life. These falsehoods do more than misinform. They rob us of the chance to fully embrace and celebrate our humanity. It's time to set the record straight. The most pervasive myth is that sexual desire fades with age. Yes, the body changes, and with it, the ways we experience and express intimacy may evolve. But let me assure you, the capacity for pleasure does not simply disappear. It may soften or take new forms, but the desire for connection, for joy, and for the comfort of one's own touch remains as real and valid as ever. Sexuality is not a luxury reserved for youth. It is a fundamental part of being human, woven into the fabric of who we are. To deny this is to deny ourselves. Masturbation, in particular, is a deeply personal act that allows you to maintain a connection with your body, a connection that is yours alone. It reminds you that your body, despite the changes it has undergone, is still a source of comfort, joy, and empowerment. Another damaging myth is the belief that masturbation, especially in older adulthood, is shameful or unnatural. This is a relic of outdated thinking, rooted in societal norms that have long stigmatized expressions of sexuality. Such beliefs can lead to feelings of guilt or embarrassment, particularly for those who grew up in environments where discussing sex was taboo. But let's be clear, there is no shame in seeking pleasure. Masturbation is as natural as breathing, as personal as your thoughts, and as valid a form of self-care as eating a nourishing meal or taking a peaceful walk. Society often portrays older adults as being asexual, as though the passing of years diminishes the need for intimacy and connection. This stereotype is not only false, but deeply harmful. It perpetuates the idea that aging is synonymous with a loss of vitality, of relevance, of personhood. But the truth is that sexual desire is not bound by age. It is as much a part of your 70s and 80s as it was in your 20s and 30s. The form it takes may be different, perhaps more reflective, more attuned to the subtleties of the body and spirit, but it remains a vibrant and essential part of who you are. Dispelling these myths is not just about reclaiming your right to pleasure. It's about reclaiming your narrative. When you engage in masturbation without guilt, without fear of judgment, you are declaring that your body and your desires are your own. You are saying, I am not defined by the expectations of others. I am defined by the life I continue to live, the joy I continue to seek, and the love I continue to give to myself and to the world. It's also important to understand that the myths surrounding sexuality and aging are not just about what society tells us, they're also about what we tell ourselves. How often do you catch yourself thinking, "That's not for me anymore," or "I shouldn't feel this way at my age"? These thoughts, born from years of external conditioning, are the real barriers to intimacy and self-discovery. The moment you challenge them, the moment you choose to see yourself as whole and deserving, you begin to break free from the myths that have held you captive. Masturbation is not just about seeking physical gratification. It's about rewriting the story you've been told about your own worth. It's about embracing the truth that sexuality, in all its forms, is a lifelong journey. By letting go of shame, by rejecting outdated notions of what is appropriate, you open the door to a richer, more authentic connection with yourself. So let this be your reminder. There is no expiration date on your capacity for joy. There is no age at which your body ceases to be worthy of care and attention. And there is no moment when seeking pleasure becomes anything other than a celebration of life itself. Dispelling the myths about aging and sexuality isn't just about understanding the facts. It's about reclaiming your right to live fully, deeply, and unapologetically. Your desires, your choices, your body. They are yours now and always. 5. The importance of moderation. Finding balance in life. Life, in its fullness, is about balance, a delicate interplay between what nourishes us and what sustains us, between indulgence and restraint. This truth doesn't fade as we age. It deepens. The choices we make about how we care for ourselves become ever more critical as we move through the later stages of life. Masturbation, while a natural and meaningful act of self-care, is no exception to this principle. Its value lies not only in its capacity to bring pleasure, but in how it fits into the broader mosaic of a balanced, fulfilling life. In its essence, masturbation is a form of connection, a quiet moment of intimacy with oneself. It allows you to celebrate your body, affirm your worth, and experience the joy that comes from being attuned to your own desires. Yet, as with anything, when this act becomes too frequent or all-consuming, it risks disrupting the equilibrium that is so vital to our overall well-being. Consider the physical demands of masturbation. While it is generally safe and beneficial, overindulgence can leave you feeling physically drained, particularly as your body's energy reserves naturally decrease with age. This fatigue isn't just about feeling tired. It can ripple outward, diminishing your motivation to engage in other essential activities. Exercise, for instance, is a cornerstone of healthy aging. It supports your mobility, strengthens your heart, and keeps your mind sharp. If masturbation takes precedence over these vital pursuits, it can inadvertently create a gap in your overall self-care. Emotionally, the act of self-pleasure can sometimes shift from a source of joy to a form of escape. Aging often brings with it moments of loneliness, anxiety, or grief, feelings that are natural but challenging. Masturbation can provide temporary relief from these emotions, but when it becomes the primary or sole way to cope, it risks isolating you further. The act of turning inward while comforting may inadvertently prevent you from seeking the deeper emotional connections and support systems that are equally essential for your well-being. Balance also plays a critical role in the context of relationships. For those who are single, masturbation can be a fulfilling way to explore and maintain intimacy with oneself. However, for those in partnerships, it's important to ensure that this personal act doesn't overshadow the shared intimacy that sustains relationships. Physical touch, emotional closeness, and shared experiences are the lifeblood of romantic connections. When masturbation becomes a substitute for these shared moments, it can create distance, leaving partners feeling disconnected or unfulfilled. Moreover, the way we approach masturbation reflects how we view ourselves and our needs. Moderation is not about restriction or denial. It's about intentionality. It's about asking yourself, what do I truly need in this moment? Am I seeking connection, comfort, or distraction? Is this act serving me, or am I using it to avoid something deeper? These questions aren't always easy to answer, but they are essential. They invite you to be present with yourself, to engage with your desires in a way that is mindful and enriching. The practice of moderation extends beyond the act itself. It's about cultivating a life where masturbation complements, rather than competes with, other sources of joy and fulfillment. This means making time for movement, for community, for the quiet pleasures of a good book or a walk in nature. It means honoring the relationships that sustain you, whether they are with family, friends, or a partner. And it means approaching your sexuality as part of a larger tapestry of self-care, a thread that is strong and vibrant, but not the only one. When you embrace moderation, you allow masturbation to take its rightful place as a part of your life, rather than the center of it. This perspective transforms it from a mere act into a meaningful ritual, one that enhances your physical health, supports your emotional resilience, and affirms your connection to yourself. Aging is not about giving up the things you love. It's about engaging with them more deeply, more consciously, and with greater appreciation for the richness they bring to your life. Masturbation, when practiced with mindfulness, becomes a tool for celebration, for healing, and for maintaining the balance that allows you to thrive. So let moderation guide you. Let it remind you that your needs and desires are valid, but so too are your relationship, your health, and your aspirations. Life is not about choosing one over the other. It's about weaving them together into a harmony that reflects the fullness of who you are. In this balance, you find not just pleasure, but peace, vitality, and a profound sense of self-worth. And that, at any age, is a life well lived. 6. Embracing sexuality as self-care. Aging is a testament to life well lived, a journey through joys and challenges, achievements and growth. Yet as the years pass, we often lose sight of the intimate relationship we have with ourselves, a relationship as vital as any other. Embracing your sexuality in later life isn't merely about desire or pleasure. It's about self-care, self-love, and affirming your worth. Masturbation, when viewed through this lens, becomes an act of profound respect for yourself, a way to honor your body and spirit. Self-care is often reduced to external practices, eating healthily, staying active, and engaging with others. While these are important, true self-care also involves nurturing the internal, intimate connection you have with yourself. Masturbation, as an intentional act of self-care, allows you to step away from the noise of the world and connect with the person you know best, yourself. In that quiet space, you remind yourself of your capacity to feel, to love, and to enjoy life in its simplest form. For many, the aging process can bring feelings of invisibility or diminished value. Society often marginalizes older adults, equating youth with vitality and dismissing the richness of later years. These external messages can seep into your internal narrative, leaving you questioning your worth or hesitating to explore the pleasures you deserve. Masturbation is a counterpoint to this narrative, a personal declaration that you are still here, still deserving, still vibrant. It's not just about the physical sensations, it's about reclaiming the autonomy and joy that aging may seem to erode. This practice also becomes a means of rediscovery. Your body, like your life, has changed over the years. The curves, lines, and textures tell a story of resilience and growth. Masturbation offers a way to engage with your body in a loving and compassionate manner. It invites you to explore what brings you comfort and joy, to honor the changes that come with time, and to appreciate the remarkable vessel that carries your spirit. More than a physical act, masturbation can be a profound emotional experience. It provides solace during moments of loneliness, grounding you when the weight of life feels heavy. It serves as a reminder that connection doesn't always have to come from the outside, it can originate from within. In those private moments, you reclaim the ability to comfort and care for yourself, affirming that you are never truly alone when you are at peace with yourself. However, embracing sexuality as self-care does not mean isolating this practice from the rest of your life. It is most powerful when woven into a broader tapestry of holistic well-being. True self-care involves balance, nurturing relationships, staying physically active, engaging with your community, and tending to your mental health. Masturbation complements these efforts, enriching your sense of self and reinforcing the idea that your body and mind are worth cherishing. In doing so, this practice becomes an act of resistance against societal stigmas that suggest aging diminishes your right to pleasure. It's a way of saying, I define my worth, I honor my needs. It's about celebrating the fact that sexuality, like wisdom, evolves but never fades. You are not simply a reflection of your age. You are the sum of your experiences, desires, and capacity for joy. Embracing masturbation as self-care also helps you cultivate self-compassion. Aging can bring regrets, losses, or insecurities, but it can also bring profound wisdom and acceptance. When you allow yourself the freedom to experience pleasure, you are extending kindness to yourself, a kindness that says, I am enough as I am. Finally, remember that self-care in all its forms is a deeply personal choice. How you engage with your sexuality is up to you and no one else. Whether you choose to embrace masturbation as part of your life or find fulfillment in other ways, the most important thing is to honor what feels right for you. In doing so, you reclaim your agency and affirm your value, proving that pleasure, intimacy, and joy are timeless. As you move through this chapter of life, let sexuality be a source of connection to yourself, to the life you've lived, and to the life that still lies ahead. Masturbation, far from being a fleeting or frivolous act, becomes a sacred ritual of self-care, a way to celebrate your body, nurture your spirit, and honor the journey that is uniquely yours. In these moments, you remind yourself that aging is not about decline, but about deepening your relationship with life, with joy, and most importantly, with yourself. Final thoughts: your pleasure, your choice. Aging doesn't mean giving up on joy, intimacy, or self-expression. Masturbation is a deeply personal decision, one that should be approached with self-compassion and balance. It's your body, your life, and your journey. By embracing your sexuality without shame, you can continue to thrive in every aspect of your life. Take this as an invitation to honor your desires, explore your needs, and remember that pleasure doesn't have an expiration date. Whatever choices you make, know they are yours to own, and you deserve every moment of joy they bring. If this has resonated with you, consider sharing it with others who may benefit from this discussion. Aging is not a barrier to intimacy. It's simply a new chapter to explore with wisdom and grace. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.